Alright, so today I'm working on a 2006 Toyota Highlander. I have a code for p0356. This will kind of be similar to p0351 to 358. Now this will kind of basically give you an idea of which cylinder is misfiring. So this is a V6, so it's only going to go to up to 356 to from 351 to 356. Now if it's a V8, it's going to be from 351 to 358. Now there's different types of styles of the codes that will display the lettering. It could be for Toyota, obviously this is the one that I'm working on. It's going to be as type F. But I will go show you how to diagnose that. So I will explain why is that for those codes. So it's basically stating that for ignition coil is being faulty. Now for depending on the code, it's going to tell you what type of cylinder it is. Depending on what cylinder it is, you're going to be at 356, so that's going to be cylinder number 6. So the last number is the one that you really care about. So if it's 351, then that's going to be cylinder number 1. 352 is going to be cylinder number 2. 353 is going to be cylinder number 3, and then so on. Now again, this is stating either the ignition coil is either faulty or you have an electrical issue that's going into the ignition coil. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this code. So right here we have p0356, ignition coil F, primary or secondary circuit, which means that it's stating that the ignition coil is not functioning properly. This is kind of easy to access, so this will be a great demonstration for this video. So I can show you how to check it. Well, I mean, to see which ignition coil is bad. Alright, so here's our engine. So basically the back would be bank 1, and then the front right here of the motor would be bank 2. So it would be 2, 4, 6, and then up there would be 1, 3, and 5. So our issue is going to be on cylinder number 6. So we got 2, 4, and 6. So we'll look right under here. We're going to go ahead and remove all this stuff. So we're going to take off these two 10s. And then we're just going to pop off these tabs right here. Very easy to pop off. And then we'll go ahead and take it off. So as you can see, this guy's pretty destroyed. So look at that. This thing blew up as versus the other one. That's what he wanted to look like. Clean that guy up, but yeah, this sucker is toast. So I don't know how that happened. We're gonna go ahead and pop that off and check up into it. This is going to be a 10 millimeter. We're going to pop off the clip. Now these guys are known for breaking, so just kind of be careful. If it breaks, you might need to use a zip tie and then wrap it around here if it does break. So like I said, these guys tend to break. So just looking at the bottom, make sure nothing was damaged. Make sure that the spark plug wasn't the one that pushed this coil up. So obviously our suspect is going to be the coil. Now let's say if the coil looked fine. What you can do is that you can move this coil over to the next cylinder, and if that problem follows, since my code is 356, now if it follows over to 352, then we know our problems are going to be our coil. So obviously you're just going to have to switch this one over to this cylinder and then put this one over here and then start the car and see if it's running and see if the code follows the cylinder. Now if it doesn't follow the cylinder, now you got to look into your wiring harness. Now in that area I'm not going to go into that, but if you do have that issue, comment below, let me know, and then I'll try to get you the wiring diagrams of how to test it on that part. So now we're going to go ahead and reverse the order. I'm going to go get the part. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and install our new ignition coil plug. And then since our connector broke, we're going to go ahead and zip tie it like I was saying. And this is pretty much how it's gonna look like. I know I'm using 2 zip ties. I just don't have any extra long ones at the moment, but needless to say, just make sure it's connected from the back of that. Right up under. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and putting everything back. Alright, now that we got the car up and running, we fixed the problem, drove the car around. Now you got to kind of be careful about this, because if you've been driving this for a while, then you don't want to hydro lock the cylinder. So you can try to have this spark plug pulled out and let it dry out. This one had a lot of fuel in it, so I was kind of like sketched out when it first started. I didn't know how many times the people prior to me trying to start it, so I only started it once. Try to start it once, but didn't start, stalled out. It was going into a safety mode because it's a hybrid, obviously. But needless to say, you're gonna go over with your scanner, clear the codes, clear everything, and if the code doesn't persist on it, if it runs fine, then perfectly, you're good to go. Now, if this video helped you out, comment below, give it a thumbs up, and then hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos in the future. And thanks for watching.